Yo, 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 yo.
Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. Come inside, come inside.
Oh, what's happening? What do we got on deck here? Padilla 2019 edition Select Reserve box press. Maduro?
Yep.
Maybe?
Yep.
Yeah, looks good. What's your quarantine routine? What have you guys been doing to try to stay sane?
Quarantine routine.
Yeah. You know, you wake up, make some breakfast, some coffee, shower, don't shower. What are you guys up to? What are you doing? What do? I get up, feed my 3 dogs, 2 cats, make a cup of coffee, sit on the couch for a few, let the dogs out to do their business, and probably drink about 2 cups of coffee, think about what I'm going to do for the day, think about life and what kind of illnesses I could probably cure, realize that there are none, and start my day. Home improvements, remodeling, editing, looking for jobs. Not really, but kind of. I think that's more or less my routine, you know? Get out here now that it's getting nice out in PA. Get some long overdue yard work done. John, what is your quarantine routine?
My routine is, well, being on the night shifts, it's obviously a little bit different than other folks, but for the most part, for this past week at least, let's say, since I've had off, it's more or less me and the wifey will alternate days of who's waking up to feed the dog, take the dog out, and then gotta have coffee. It's one of the most important things in my diet right now is having a cup of coffee to get me started in the day. So I normally have about 2 cups of coffee myself, and then what I do is I'll get my shower, and then what I'll do is we'll figure out what we're gonna do for today. But as far as going places, we don't really go out too much. I mean, yesterday was a day where we went out for a ride because we just needed to get the hell out of the house. We're doing a lot of stuff around the house. So my routine is pretty much wake up, drink coffee, go to work, come home from work, sleep.
Repeat. My wife is, I guess, an essential too, but she is able to work from home, so that's what she does during the week. So that's when I get kind of like stuff I need to do done. And then even on the weekends, I think we both went out together the other day to go to Lowe's. That was it. It was a couple hours. We picked up some beer from our friends at 7 Sirens and came back home. And I did some drywalling, which I fucking hate. One thing I love about drywall is that I fucking hate it.
My wife wanted me to ask if you wanted to come over and help us drywall.
Fuck. Yes, I will. I will. I did it for my parents. I hate it, but I'll do it. You know?
What I did last night was I actually messaged Tom and to see if him and his wife wanted to come over and hang with my wife and I. So I built a nice fire in my fire pit and was sitting down having a cigar, and I made a little video of it and I posted it on my Facebook page, and I also sent it over to Tom. And he was drywalling all day, so he didn't see the text until, 8:30, 9 o'clock at night when you decided to text me back and say, oh shit, I missed it, buddy. I'm like, whatever, it's all good, man. But I figured I would see if him and his wife wanted to pop over and enjoy a nice evening just chilling out. That's what I love to do.
Do I sound like that?
What? You do now. But anyways, when I get a chance to make a fire in my backyard and sit down and just play stupid games on my phone or scroll through Facebook or whatever and just relax, feed the fire, move the fire around and just relax in my backyard. Nobody's around, you know. the wife's parents will come up sometimes. The little one will even show his presence at times and just relax outside. Which that's my zen point, is doing that kind of stuff. I enjoy a fire. I really do.
Love fires.
Yep. What do you think of some memes that are on Facebook? Do you enjoy the memes? Is that how you say it? Memes?
Memes.
All right.
Memes?
So do you enjoy the memes that are out there? Do some of them annoy the shit out of you? Do you ever post memes that come up on your news feed?
I think I've shared some. My brother-in-law, the Italian stallion, he is a meme lord, they're called. He doesn't like really post shit on Facebook except for memes. There are people that do that.
Yeah, there is. I agree.
He does that shit, and I love him for it. It brings me a laugh pretty much every time. He posts some fucking crazy shit. But yeah, I can't think of any particularly that are noteworthy from anybody. Any memes I've seen, not just him, but I can't recall any offhand that I'm like, oh,
Yeah, me neither.
that's a zinger. That'll get you. He does a lot of like, I don't even know. I guess they're like clips from pornos, and they have some sort of meme to them. It's pretty funny. Oh, okay. One that I can recall is like it's a group of girls, all like face to face with their mouths open, tongues out. You know, like they're getting ready to get some. And it says something about like when all your friends are hungry for your memes that you haven't put, some shit like that. I don't know. It's yeah. He is meme lord. Meme king.
Lord.
But,
What are we smoking today?
I thought
Again.
I said it already.
Did we?
Padilla 2019 edition select reserve box press.
But this was recommended by Skidmark.
Skidmark,
Right?
I think it's the same one. I think this is what he was referring to. It's nice. I like it.
So far, so good. Yeah, it's actually not too bad. It's smooth. It's a smooth smoke.
You know what? Show us your tats. Who's got tattoos? Send us what you think is your coolest or maybe only tattoo. I was a tattoo artist for a brief period of time. So it's something I love. Like I said before, I love art. Tattooing is one of the coolest forms of art in my opinion because you're committed enough to wear that on your body forever.
Yep.
So
I got a total of 6 tattoos where Tom probably has 6 tattoos on his hand.
Probably.
So I got some, but like I've said earlier in some of the other videos, I don't have the money for that kind of stuff. And I needed it for drinking. So I used it for
Priorities,
drinking.
bitch.
I had to take care of other things.
Yeah, no, I mean, but definitely it's something, you know, people say, oh, you should think about it before you get it. That's 110,000% true. I have a whole fucking sleeve that used to be tribal because when I was 18 and could finally get tattoos, I thought, you
That's the
know,
way to go. It's the bad thing in right
really, and what I saw too was Kerry King, the guitarist from Slayer,
Yeah.
had a whole tribal, and I was like, that dude's pretty fucking cool, badass looking. I like that idea. And now I'm in the process of getting all that covered up because why have tribal? Why have big black? And like I'm not a part of any fucking tribe, so what the fuck?
We're a
Yeah.
tribe. We're a tribe. A
We're-
tribe of 2.
Yeah. So yeah, send us some tattoo photos.
This is a good cigar. But to me, I don't think this is something that I'm going to be like, oh, I can't wait to get another Padilla and smoke it. It's not one of the cigars that's going to draw me to it. It's not a bad cigar, don't get me wrong, but it's just not one that's like the Double Maduro or the Christophs that we had in previous videos. But it is a good cigar. Yeah, I mean, it's just not something that I'm a fan of. I don't think I've had a Padilla that I've actually said to myself like, oh, I need to get me one of those too. So I've only smoked a few Padillas in my day.
It's Padilla. I mean, I don't think they make them anymore, but I think it was like a Padilla 98 Corojo, maybe. Those were good. Favorite movies or movies. My hands down favorite movie of all time is The Evil Dead. I have a tattoo of it on my back calf. I just so happened to, me and my buddy, one day we used to, smoke weed, marijuana, and we go up to the video store when there were still VHS, and we just pick out random movies, mostly horror movies, and watch them, and we stumbled across The Evil Dead, and has been my favorite goddamn movie ever since. And now I'm a huge Bruce Campbell fan. Then I'd have to say probably Jason Voorhees.
My favorite movie, I mean, one of my favorite actors of all time is Morgan Freeman. So when I think of favorite movies, I look back and I think of Shawshank Redemption.
Yes.
Which was one of my,
Great movie.
probably the one that stands out the most in regards to a movie that I watched, and I watched and it was like, whoa, that's a good fucking movie. The acting in it was amazing. Tim Robbins, I believe is his name. It was in that as a main character, and then obviously
Andy Dufresne.
Yep, Andy Dufresne. And it was just that movie has always stuck with me as one of my favorites. Forrest Gump, always one of my favorite. I think what gets me on that one is the soundtrack of it all.
Yeah.
And it kept going. It was always one thing after another, after another, after another with that movie. And it was just kind of awesome to see how simple Forrest Gump was and then end up to where he was. And it was just like, hey, I'm just doing it, and it just seems like that was a great little film to watch. It's a good feeling movie. There are a couple of my favorites right there.
Yeah.
I know that.
Good Morgan Freeman movie, Seven.
Yeah,
That was a
Seven
fucking
with Brad Pitt, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Spacey. Wasn't Kevin Spacey in, and it's one of my favorite, I'm thinking he's the lead actor, The Usual Suspects.
Yes.
How
Great
fucking awesome was that
fucking
movie?
I used to play a clip from that movie every day at work.
Yeah,
at my desk.
it's that movie was really good. A lot of twists and turns in that thing, and it was a great movie to watch. And if you've never seen it, I would highly recommend that movie also.
Give me the fucking keys, cocksucker. Fucking love that movie.
Cesar, what was the guy's name?
Kaiser Soze.
Yeah, Kaiser
Soze. Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice got to be
One of my
there.
favorites.
Oh yeah.
Batman with Michael Keaton. I mean, God.
Dude, I was just thinking that too.
God damn, the best Batman. I don't give a fuck who you are. I'll fight you. Best Batman, Michael Keaton.
And I don't care. I love Christian Bale in those ones also.
Yeah.
I like put it this way. I like Christopher Nolan's Batman trilogy that he did.
Yes.
But the original Batman with Michael Keaton and how he played the role of Bruce Wayne and Batman was by far, hands down, at least when it came out, and I was in that era to actually enjoy that when it did come out. Michael Keaton, hands down, still to this day is the best Batman.
Yep. George Clooney, Val Kilmer don't count.
No, not even. No way.
And of
No
course,
way.
you have the late great Adam West, who, for what they did in that time, did an awesome job.
Mm-hmm. What did you think about Heath Ledger's role as the Joker?
Probably, I mean, for again that series, that trilogy,
Yeah.
and just in general, he was fucking awesome. But for me, it's him and Jack Nicholson. I mean, it's two very different takes on it. So I'm very much for both of them.
Yeah.
I don't think I have like a favorite Joker. Cesar Romero though from the show, he was awesome. But yeah, Heath Ledger did an awesome job, and it sucks that dude is dead.
Did you know that they wanted him to shave his mustache and he refused to?
Cesar Romero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's you see it under his.
Yep. You actually see it under the
Yeah.
face paint that he had,
Yeah.
makeup.
Good for him.
Yep. And he's like, no, that's not gonna happen. That was like his trademark, that mustache.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So Heath Ledger played.
He was awesome.
Jack Nicholson brought that type of humor with that role on when he did that Joker
Yeah.
in Batman, which was awesome. Heath Ledger brought the diabolical with the humor also character to it. I loved Heath Ledger's role in that. I thought he played an amazing Joker. For the
times that it was, for the way it was directed, they both did awesome in their respects. They both brought it in a unique way.
Yep.
And I don't think, I mean, we'll see, but I don't think we'll ever get another Joker to that caliber. Either
Jared
Nicholson or Ledger. Jared Leto, I like Jared Leto, but it just wasn't
I don't
all tattered up, and that's, I mean, for me. Oh, and fuck, there was Joaquin Phoenix who did the Joker.
What do you think of that role?
That was good for what it was. There's a lot of different like Joker storylines in like the comic book world too. So I thought, for me, it was like a little bit slow, but it was still pretty awesome.
What I love, and I spoke about this before, between Marvel and DC. DC is more darker, and that role, that movie, the Joker, you saw the dark side of the DC universe, which was kind of refreshing to see. I enjoy watching that type of. I mean, there was times I watched and I was like, "Oh man, you should." That's just wrong. You know what I mean? Like your inside thought of you shouldn't do that. That's not what you do, and how it was portrayed was just. It brought out like, yeah, that's the DC side of things. I understand that, and that's when me reading the comics. That's how I understood it.
Yeah,
how I took it. I like that.
I'd have to say Joker is probably my favorite comic book villain.
Oh yeah,
hands down.
Yeah.
I can't even. I mean, yeah, that's it for me.
Because he doesn't give a fuck.
No.
You know what I mean? He like, all right, whatever. And
he does it. He does his thing, and he does it maniacally, and always with a smile on his face. So.
Mm-hmm.
He's always happy in what he does.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I enjoy the Joker. He's probably my favorite villain also. I read something. A great film by Marvel was Black Panther. I enjoyed watching that one, and it got all the accolades that it should have, because it was a great fucking movie. They're coming out with Black Panther 2. And I heard who the villain is. Did you hear?
No.
No?
No.
Who was the first comic book, like, hero? Do you remember?
Fuck no.
Namor.
Who?
The submariner?
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Namor or something like that, I think it's pronounced.
He's
gonna be the villain in the Black Panther 2. So that's gonna be pretty awesome to see. I can't wait for that character to come.
I'm pretty pumped too. They're doing Morbius,
Mm-hmm.
and that's actually going to be Jared Leto. So I'm interested to see how that's going to be.
I'm interested to see how Jared Leto plays. And from the trailer I saw, it looks pretty fucking badass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, I like Jared Leto. He's a good actor. Just not in that. I just didn't like the Joker that they put him in.
Nope.
I like that they're doing a lot of like not mainstream comic book characters too.
Like Guardians of the Galaxy when that came out?
Like that. Morbius is getting some screen time. They did Shazam. I fucking love Shazam.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, even fucking Aquaman. How do you take a dude that's superpower is talking to fish, and I guess controlling the ocean, and make that cool?
Yeah.
They did it. And I mean, Jason Momoa, I think, was pretty awesome.
I think that was the key. That was definitely the key.
Yeah.
I really wish DC got their act together like Marvel did, and how Marvel did their intervention, the intertwining
Yeah.
of everything to come out with the Avengers and to have all that.
And
I really wish DC would do
I
that.
think they're trying.
Yeah.
They're trying now, but it's a little.
It's late,
It's yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
more. It's unfortunate, and that's. Marvel is more of the brighter side of things, and that's why they get them all that. And the DC's the darker side of things, and people don't like to see that darker side. But if you think about it in everyday life, DC is more like real life than Marvel.
Yeah, I mean Marvel had some like dark with the whole Thanos and the Infinity Stones. There were some dark periods, but not to the caliber of DC dark.
Yeah.
Which I get what you're saying. That's what I liked about Nolan's. Like he made it pretty dark.
Yeah,
You
he
know?
did.
And gritty, I guess. And
I gotta admit, Batman Begins, the first one that he did, it was a long movie, but you had to make it long to really push
get
to
it
where
where it
you
needed
see
to
where
go.
Batman came
Right,
from.
yeah.
And he had to do that,
Yeah.
which I totally get. And then when The Dark Knight hit, by far is my favorite film. That one out of the three is my favorite film. And I love Bane as a character and how he came in 3, but God, they could have did so much more with him. But I love Tom Hardy in that role. I think he played a great Bane.
I fucking loved him. I love Tom Hardy. I have a man
Yeah, me
crush
too.
on Tom Hardy.
I love Tom Hardy.
And most of that film was filmed in Pittsburgh. The stadium that they're at is the Steelers Stadium. You
Steeler
actually
colors
see
were
some
red.
Steelers players.
Yep.
Heinz Ward,
Heinz Ward was in that.
Ben,
Yep.
Big Ben.
Tom and I are obviously comic book geeks and
Yes.
love seeing. I love seeing the comic books coming into the films.
Yeah.
I enjoy that, and I think they tried back in the day in the 70s and the 80s and putting the Flash out there and then Spider-Man, but they really never had the technology that they do now to really make them look like the characters in an actual comic book that I remember reading and seeing. So it's really cool to see these movies coming out now because, and I'm glad that they're doing more.
Yeah,